What's up, everybody? Hey, my name is Pawnda. And my owner, Sludgy. Hey, Nidog. I'm a Southern Batman. Batman. Alright, Pawnda talks like Batman. Hey. What are we gonna do here today? I hate Monday mornings. I'm like Garfield. I hate Monday mornings and I hate Garfield. Welcome, everybody. Hey, what's up? Alright. Yeah. I'm Shockmatter. I am Shockmatter. You are challenging me to 7+5 casual if you are playing today. Arsenal fan. Arsenal fan likes to send me challenges and then be like, oh, don't take my challenge right away. I'm just, gonna play later. Welcome, Netis and Netagis, Arsenal Fanis, and Warrioris. I unfortunately hate Monday mornings, and I have a probably under 2-hour stream today. Just like real estate guy is coming to look at my apartment. So I have to leave whenever he comes. Somewhere between 2:15-ish, about 2 hours from now. But anyway, I would be ending the stream around then. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, I looked at the games from yesterday, and, I really don't think anybody was cheating. But it feels like it at the time, It feels like at the time it's a very different feel. I mean, there's no way to know for sure, but I get really ragey. Anyway, yesterday was going to be bad because I had a really it's a really you saw one that was obvious. I mean, there could be, but I'm not sure. So, what I'm just saying is, yeah. I'm not going to single anyone out. I just haven't played Cheesy Noob in a while, and to be quite honest, like, playing against him is really a disturbing experience. And it always was, but I hadn't played him in a while to experience it, so... But, in retrospect, I wouldn't make any accusations as of yet. Alright, anyway, just starting off with that. But at the time, perception, it's against psychology, Arsenal fan. Perception. No, I know you're not, Arsenal. I know. It's cool. It's cool, yeah. I mean, I don't know who you're talking about, but we're not gonna throw that around. Pro moment. Senior moments. Arsenal, are you ready to play? Are you ready to play, or do you want to delay? Alright. Senior moments. That's a good screen name. Senior moment. I'm having my senior moment. When I finally win the World Senior Championship next year. Alright, so Yeah, 7+5 challenges today. I'm just responding to this hate mail. All right. So I just sacrificed some time to respond to hate mail. Arsenal is black, but I really need to focus here. So we saw this. Yeah, we saw this recently. All right, let's do it. I played d3 against Arsenal last time. I don't have anything against the Berlin. I don't have anything against Arsenal besides the fact that he smells. I also don't know anything other than the endgame variation, which is what he's gonna do here. Alright. I'm one of the least knowledgeable people in the world on this Berlin endgame, probably. Literally. I'm like a baby who just got out in the world for the first time. I just don't deeply understand anything about this endgame, you know? That's my problem. No, I don't think of it necessarily as a draw. At our level, I mean, the level below the Super Grandmasters, you guys and me are all in that same level. It's not the draw the way it is at the 2700 plus level, you know. And even at the 2700 plus level, it's not always a draw. It's like a draw 80% of the time, which isn't that drawish. Well, anyway, Arsenal's going to put time pressure on me, so I'm going to have to, and I wasted a minute, you know, responding to trolls and hate mail. So I'm playing 7/6 time odds here, but it's cool. He's already faster than me, so I have to just kind of move quickly, and I'm not going to be able to play this position, you know, using tons of time and thinking very deeply as I would like to. There's only a few things I know about this type of ending, right? The first one is, and this is very important, I like trading the dark square bishops if I can get it. You know, that's kind of like the only concept that seems consistently positive for white. The other main concept is maybe like white's kingside pawn majority. So bishop e7 is rare. I wonder if this is like a mistake right out of the gate, you know. Like, what happens if I play bishop g5? I mean, is that why black plays a? This is like how little I know. Is that why black plays h6 in these positions? How bad is this for black, you know? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure, you know, honestly. Arsenal knows, you know, he's not a world-leading expert who's deeply researched the Berlin defense endgame. Make draws, not war. I actually expected him to take with the king, but I can understand perhaps playing it in a different way. The other thing is the theme of e6. Quite usual. If king e8 now, bishop g4. I guess we're gonna see like bishop e6 sort of thing. What about knight d4? Masturbate, what's up? Jesus Christ, I reviewed my game with Cheaty Noob, not Cheesy Noob, and he's not likely cheating. I mean, but dude, it's like that variation he played against me, people have actually played where they like put their king on d8 in the Scandinavian. There are 8 or 9 games. It's just not sane, you know. That's just totally disrespectful. I don't want to let him pin my knight with bishop g4, and I think this is more useful than doing h3, honestly. Do you think what do you think who's going to win the candidates? Pro moment, I don't do that. You know who I think is gonna win the candidates? A random person. You know, that's the whole problem. A different random winner every time, because that's the whole fundamental problem with the concept of having a candidates tournament. It's a tournament. You get a different winner every time. It's not like matches or something, which are more indicative, I think, of true strength. No, I think candidates tournaments are a mistake, and this is one of the reasons why really Magnus probably is justified in like not defending the world championship title. They should just have like a random tournament just to decide the world championship at this point. If I was FIDE with Magnus dropping out like that, screw it, man. In our world of mindless, you know, fast food, I think we should just FIDE should just abandon the world championship in favor of a yearly world championship tournament, you know. Screw the candidates. What's the point anyway? No, I don't know or really care. I mean, it might turn out to be a good tournament, but as far as determining a world championship candidate, it's like absurd. Maybe if you had like 10 candidates tournaments and then average the scores or something, you would get a good challenger for the... I guess if you asked any statistician, they would probably agree. Alright. But, no, not interested. Whoever, like, you know, organized enough tournaments to raise the rating the most before the tournament. I don't know if I should go to E2. Yeah. No, I mean, it could turn out to be an interesting tournament from a chess perspective, but from the perspective of objectively trying to find a good championship challenger. Not that it matters, because the best player in the world isn't world champion, anyway. Whatever. And I think FIDE would do better with something like a yearly world championship that was just a tournament. They could hype it up more, and it would be easier to stream for the Botez sisters or something. Alright, no, seriously, let's just forget about it. So here, Arsenal fan is starting to... And I think I maybe should have put my knight on e2 instead of b3. What about f4? He's starting to what? What is he starting to do? Okay, I see that. you might ask yourself a question now and then. Not all exchanges of bishop for knight are equal, Batman. Hey. Oh. Alright. So, knight on b3. Well, I mean, on the other hand, if I put it on e2, you know, it can't go to f4 if I play f4. I can't play knight f4 and f4. I just wasn't sure about that knight retreat, you know, from d4, where really it should have gone. But anyway, worrying about the past is kind of a waste of time, right? This is one thing. Do you guys do that when you're playing? I mean, it's really tempting to kind of lament, like, previous positions. And I catch myself doing it sometimes. You're like, oh man, should I have played 92? I'll talk about it, like, during the game, and I realize, like, I'm wasting my time wondering whether I should have played 92 now. You know, it's like, okay, well, that's done. Why am I wasting my time, like, worrying about what could have happened, like, on move 14? Okay, you're talking about the game as a streamer. It's different from actually playing, but still. I'll do it in actual games, too. And this is an actual game, but I mean, you know, like tournament games. Oh, I dropped my rook. So how big is my advantage? You can send the challenge. The Warrior, Nettie, Senior Moment. H5. H5 is a good move. So Arsenal, I don't think he played the opening, you know, early stage of the opening right, but he's pretty cagey, you know. H5 was a good move. This I'm not sure about. I mean, it's not terrible, obviously, to give up the bishop for the knight. Let's see, hey. Do I even want to take that? Well, it's a tough one. Let's see. How much better am I here? Am I better at all? Theoretically. Yeah, h5, h4 is really annoying. He's definitely using an engine. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Alright, now, what about my open file? You gonna vacuum that too? You got a vacuum cleaner for Christmas. Shop vac. Yeah, the later stages of this endgame you played well. The beginning was bad. Do you have a lot of rated games to play? Do we have to have a lot of rated games to play? Well, I mean, I require people... I require people to have 100 non-bullet games. Bullet doesn't count, so Blitz, Rapid, Classical. If you have 100 Blitz, Rapid, or Classical games, I'll trust that you're semi-legit, and I'll accept the challenge. If it's less than 100, you know, I usually won't, but I might make an exception for certain people who are like willing to submit their social security number or driver's license. Yeah. Rook h6. Wow, he's so confident now that he's actually I hate to say it, like playing for a win almost. Like, he wasn't content with rook d8, like trading the rooks. Or maybe he just didn't like the vacuum cleaner comment. God, I'm a genius. I'm a lucky genius. Can you believe this shit doesn't lose? I allowed c4 4-king myself. Totally missed it, but I happen to have knight to d4. Phew, that was lucky. And he goes into it? Say what? Wow. What the fuck is going on here? I'm lost. Are you serious? That was like pre-calculated? No way, dude. Hold on a second. Wow. Hey, Batman. I'm almost winning. Maybe I am winning. I'm not winning. What am I talking about winning? Probably losing. Jesus Christ. How can he just like go into that pawn end game instantaneously without even having time to calculate it? Talk about conspiracy theories. Now he played c5. Jesus Christ, dude. Wait a minute. Take, take, take. Oh. c5 wasn't the best move. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not good. But I go first. I go first. He's like a freaking pawn detector. If he sees material hanging, he's like genetically engineered to grab it. It's like he saw that pawn on a4 and it was like beep, queen d1 check. He's not a cheater. No, but I mean, he does make like insanely like important decisions instantaneously. The king and pawn game wasn't obligé, and he just like instantaneously went into it without calculating. Yeah, rook h6 is a pro move too. No shit. That's true. No, look at his game yesterday. He was better against me. Not quite winning, but better. And then he like spazzed out because he plays too fast. I think he gets excited when he has a good position. And I have that a lot, you know, but not I don't like wreck my game because of time. Not thinking. He gets impatient when he's, or excited when he's like winning, I think, and plays too fast. Check. Speaking of the pawn detector test. Are you kidding me? Where's the brush? Why the brush? Why the brush? King e7. Where's the fire? That's it. Draw. Oh my god. I'm like, how can I avoid the draw? Hang my queen. He didn't see it, of course, because he's too busy being excited, forcing a draw of a repetition. That's funny, man. He's made his mind up. When he wants something, he makes his mind up and he does it. It was a good way to play for a win, objectively. Talk about a bluff. That's my second catastrophic blunder this game. The first one was allowing c4 forking my pieces. Damn, he sees everything, like literally. It's unbelievable. The pawn detector. Alright, let's see if this is a draw. I'm going to play it out. No draws. I'll let you know when it's a draw. So I hung my queen, and you didn't take it. That's insane. Yeah, well, this happens. It happens. It's psychological. At least we know he's not using an engine. Yeah. Yeah, when I declined to draw by repetition, and I played king f5, dropping my queen on f7 with check. I was like, God damn it, I'm not going to take a draw by repetition. Wow, man. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. I blundered c4, had the defense, and then you instantaneously, like, made the king and pawn in game without even checking. That was crazy. So this is a really, okay, I blundered. I happen to have a saving, sort of saving move. And then, here, I guess I didn't really stop to think about it. But I thought, like, okay, objectively, you're not forced to take my rook. How much time did you spend on this move? 0 time. I mean, don't you at least have to, like, think for, like, 3 seconds here? Because you could play, like, knight g3 or something, no? Theoretically. I was surprised you, like, insta-took it. I mean, you've got 2 minutes on the clock. You're going into a king and pawn game, bro. I didn't realize I was in trouble, because it's Monday morning. But what else am I going to do? I hung a piece. This is my only chance. I was surprised how fast you made the decision to go into this. Because, you could be in Zugzwang. Your king being active is good. If you don't have waiting moves here, I guess effectively you don't need waiting moves because you can always play d2. Yeah, that's true. So it's just lost. c5 is like losing all your advantage, isn't it? Yeah, I'm sitting there like an idiot thinking you have to play h5, but you can just play d2, no? Yeah, I'm sitting there thinking like, oh yeah, he'll play that, and well, I think at this point I'm just going to take on a5 and take on d3. Take here, I go here. It's similar to the game, but worse, because now you're gonna queen on the... You're gonna queen on the right square. But this is very convenient for me, you know. That works out. That works out really well for me. You calculated all that out. Arsenal, very professional the way he calculated all that out before he went into it. You know, you're winning by one tempo, bro. Like, my king is centralized isn't really... I mean, I'm not sure you can calculate everything, but you should try to calculate a little bit for, you know, I mean, before you decide to go into the king and pawning game. So c5 is a blunder, yeah. And now it's a draw. So this part we played perfectly. Ooh, look at that. Wait, I was, what? Oh, I was winning later. After I hung my queen, I was winning. This is winning. Oh no. I was actually winning. If I take on h6... Well, that's funny. What do I have? King h7? I have king h7 now. Okay, I had enough of this game. I don't want to see this game anymore. This was really bad. How come Pyrrhetius is like the first player on the list now? Feels like we lost people. Where did Pyrrhetius come from? Arsenal, did you play the opening right? I mean, like, are you supposed to allow me to play bishop g5? Are you sure about that? Prominent. Look, I am not going to play another game that bad today. It must be a fan of the closed Sicilian. Slightly dubious, yeah. Yeah, it's not great. I mean, clearly a player who's trying to play the closed Sicilian. The closed Pierts. I could have played b5, but I think it's kind of overrated. Anyway. What I needed after the game with Arsenal was a good closed Sicilian. I hate Monday morning. This isn't fun at all. I mean, whatever. If I play knight f6 now, he can play d4 and transpose to a normal Pierts. a6 is useless in the closed Sicilian, so I pretty much have to do some kind of Pierts where I at least got in e5, I guess. It was hilarious to me that if I don't play knight takes e7, I lose a piece, though. Wait, knight takes e7? What knight takes e7? Oh. No, I didn't even check it, dude. It's Monday morning and I can't calculate. I'm not like you that I don't calculate. It's that I can't calculate. They're different things. I want to calculate, but I can't. No, intuitively, I thought you should take with the king, so... I wanted to take with the king. I didn't bother to check. It was like losing a piece. That's how I lost to Mr. Slow yesterday. You know, something like that. Right. Oh, yeah, the knight's trapped. No, I like king e7. It looked fine. Then h6 burns you. So my a6 here, less than constructive. Ooh, I've got a message. Monday morning hate mail. The mail is here. A lot of people here for a Monday morning. Well, that's why I canceled Wednesdays, because people hate Wednesdays. Mondays and Fridays are okay. I don't think I like playing this guy. You know, I don't like the freaking closed Sicilian. And I like this about as much as a normal closed Sicilian. I don't even have a good move in this position. I mean, c5 is bad, b5 is useless. What am I supposed to freaking play, man? Already, I'm just playing a6. He refuted a6. I think he's refuted a6 by playing g3. I think that's it. My whole position is refuted by g3, basically. I mean, you can play b5, bishop g2, bishop b7, and maybe objectively I should. Because anything else is just absolutely looking like I don't have any kind of plan here. Well, I mean, my a6 move is just totally redundant and useless. This just contributes nothing to my position. And I've always argued that g6 is the best move against a3. It's okay, I have no idea. Not cultured enough to know. Cultured. Thanks. Well, it's depressing for both sides, and then black has a6. To be honest. Who is this guy anyway? We played once before. Look, he has one a3 in his profile. What? I played a6 against you. I guess an expert on one a3 knows the reputation of like a6. What am I gonna do? Try something crazy. I need to somehow disrupt myself from... Yeah, I lost my mind. Alright. This isn't gonna work. It's Monday morning. Who is this person? And I played you once before? I don't remember that. Where did I play them? It was a Van Geet? No. One game with you. When did I play you? Another 7 plus 5. I played the St. George. It was e4, a6. Well, that's ironic. The other game I played the St. George against them. What are the chances of that, honestly? Yeah, I just forgot he could play e5. I thought he had to take the pawn. So this is really bad. I'm just down a pawn for nothing. It's Marwa, he's Guadeloupean. Dude, come on, man. What are you talking about? Marwa was from France. Guadeloupean. You're a Guadeloupean. See how cultured you are? Arsenal said he's not cultured, and he knows that, like, Guadeloupe is a French colony. You're such a liar, dude. You said you're not cultured enough to know that Guadeloupe is a French colony. My point was, I became, like, desperate, and I played d5 because I thought he had to take it. But he just pushes, and he's, like, winning a pawn anyway, and it's... I'm just down a pawn for nothing. But at least the position's a little bit open, you know? Now we'll play the Sicilian. You know it because of football. Ah. Yeah, Guadeloupeans are not into baseball. I can assure you of that. Dude, it's Monday morning. I can't be concentrated. This is the hardest day ever for me. But I don't need anybody else to make excuses. I mean, I make my own excuses around here. Nedog's grandmother is named Guadalupe. Maria Guadalupe Lopez Nedog. Draw. Attack for white. Which attack are you referring to? It's not the attack that scares me, it's the fact that I'm like a pawn down. Oh, you think I have an attack? Yeah, maybe now I do. Slowly. Actually, he's so quick, you know, he adapts very quickly to the situation. He's even reading the chat. Well, I mean, one thing that's for sure is that I don't think that closed Sicilian players necessarily like open positions. But this is a timely defense for white. Wait a second here. My dog's back and like singing. He's like Asterbate. He's singing like song lyrics in the stream chat. Arsenal's getting a Benoni vibe. Benoni vibes from this position. Cute. Yeah, well, I'm lucky he played King G1 instead of King H1. Did I tell you guys I hate Mondays? Do you remember the Happy Mondays? Man, come on. Who's crazier? Nadog or Asterbate? Oh, he's playing for a win now. Nobody told me about that. Jesus. Yeah, this is weird. I had him backpedaling and suddenly he's like consolidated again. Oops, I dropped another pawn. Still 8 years old. The B7 pawn is by far the most crucial pawn. Look at this move. Queen E7. I thought the C5 pawn was the most crucial. Ars. Pawn drops. You know how like most streamers have drops? I have drops too. We have drops on this stream. Yeah, Arsenal should be. I mean, Nadog should be chiming in any moment now. Chime. It's a nice knight you've got there. Knight F7. Knight F5, even better. What? I never really considered like winning this game to be an option. But it turns out it's an option. Jeez, he found a defense now. Oh my god, he had bishop f2. Are you freaking kidding me? Now I have to take a draw. I was winning and I have to take a draw. Well, I was probably winning. And I missed bishop f2. Wait, it's like hardcore materialist. He's a hardcore materialist. Do you see the guy grabbing pawns and stuff? Well, this game definitely rivals the first one. But I'm winning in the final position. What? It was draw by repetition. Where's my win? Oh, I had knight g3. Wow. I mean, I had this, basically. If I check on f3... But why can't he go to h2 in this position? Yeah, you're good at not seeing the queens hanging, dude. I know. You have trouble spotting that long queen move. How did Parisius get up there? Anyway, I'm gonna take subscribers first. So Nettie and Mule Skinner. The lowest form of life. That was a horrible game. So that's my second, like, really horrible game so far. I've got another hour to stream. I mean, if I play one good game, maybe I'll be happy today. Today I was thinking, like, why do I bother, like, streaming in the mornings? But hey, playing bad chess is fun. Mule Skinner is brutal. I can't play the Sicilian again. I can't have another closed Sicilian. E4, E5 sucks. The Kraken, I've been playing that all the time. So, what about the Caro Khan? That sucks too. We have to play this. Would I consider myself a Shirov fan? No. But yeah, I'm sort of Shirov neutral. I mean, I'm not a fan. I'm not really into being fan. Shirov keeps showing up on my Facebook friends suggestions, though. He has this really sort of casual photo in this, like, army camo jacket. I just never met him in my life. I couldn't possibly send Shirov like a Facebook friend request, dude. We have mutual friends, like a lot of mutual friends. But I've literally like never talked to him. He's been to Hungary, though, quite a few times. There were some matches. He played with some players here. But I heard he's like freaking crazy as totally nuts. Pretty crazy, anyway. Like Shirov puts Snedog and Acerbate to task in craziness. That's what I heard, anyway. He's really out there. But women will do that to you. Imagine combining your life where your life is dominated by women and chess. I mean, you're just... You're just done, man. It's a miracle he's still alive. What do I play here? No, I wouldn't want to be his Facebook friend. I hate Facebook these days too. I never really liked it, but I wanna like delete it, but it's just too useful for the occasional contacting an old friend or something. I checked his Facebook profile once, and it was like he just like posting shit. He was just like having some meltdown about his ex-wife on Facebook. I'm just like, dude, I don't want to be your friend. I mean, yeah. Facebook is for melting down about your ex-wife. Who wants to read that shit, you know? He doesn't like put pictures of his kids or anything like that. It's just like, all right. Yeah, Bishop G5, I've played this myself. I had a draw with somebody. I don't remember who it was. A few years ago. With white in this line? Yeah, I'm not gonna draw. It's a blitz game, whatever. Here to play f6. I don't know if anyone has ever done that. Been there. Obviously white is a tiny bit better here. This is mostly draws, though. This is like the Berlin defense. 80% draws. 80% draws. I never played black in this line. I always played knight takes c3. Actually, maybe I did. Did I play black in this line? Maybe I did in one game against Dominic Horvat. But he didn't play bishop g5. No, that's a different position, actually. Yeah, I'm confused. My bad. Dude, yeah, you confused me. You played bishop c4. I'm thinking of a different position. You're supposed to play queen b3. You tricked me. I'm talking a lot of garbage here. You'll Skinner played bishop c4 instead of queen b3. The normal move order is queen b3. So all this is like not even... I don't even know what I'm doing. I was playing as if he had played queen b3. After queen b3, I mean after bishop c4, I don't even know if e6 is a move or not. Oh shit. Because I always play queen b3. Bishop c4 is less accurate for some reason. Because I can play knight b6. Isn't that like... it's like a Saruwan Anatoly Lane from the U.S. Championship. Anatoly Lane was like, out to pasture. It was like 2001, and Saruwan like gives him a draw. Dude, Saruwan was freaking retired in 2001 already. I mean, it's insane. He was effectively retired, I mean, as a chess player 23 years ago. And he's still going on with the commentary. Commentary gig was perfect for Saruwan because he just doesn't care about playing competitive chess. So I wonder what his deal is, why he doesn't like playing chess. Is it like he's just too nice a guy, or it's like stressful, or what's Saruwan's deal? Like why he doesn't want to play chess? He's very personable and he has great understanding of the game, so it's a natural fit, but he never liked to play in tournaments, and ostensibly it always seemed like it was about like being real exclusive, about his image or whatever, not being cheap or whatever. But I mean, it got to the point where the guy never played at all, and even from an early stage, basically since I've been active in chess. Yasser played some in the late 80s, but basically from the 90s he almost never played. What am I doing here? What am I doing? This is like the only American Grandmaster I've never played in a tournament, essentially, because he never played in tournaments. I even played Gulko, who was like a hermit, So basically I played in like one tournament. That U.S. Championship is the only tournament I've ever been in where I could actually have been paired with Yasser Seirawan. A 9-round U.S. Championship. I think it's literally the only tournament I ever played in where he was in the tournament. He never played in opens. He never played anything. Just some... I think his latest tournament was like 20 years ago, a 6-game draw match with Michael Adams in Bermuda. But what I'm getting at is like, what I want to know is like why he never played. Some people like they just don't like the stress of playing. But Yasser doesn't seem like the person that would get like stressed. So he's really like chill. I don't think it's a stress thing. Well, I mean, he's doing this chess commentary stuff for money. I mean, clearly. Maybe he enjoys it more too, but... He likes the rating status. He doesn't like losing his rating points. He always protected his rating. Maybe. I wonder what his motivation was, though. That's all I'm saying. He doesn't need the money. Okay, fine. But, I mean, he did play, and then he, like, stopped. And I just wondered what the motivation was. Maybe he's talked about it. I don't know. But I do know a lot of people who quit playing competitively for, like, either mental or physical reasons, and I don't think that's the case with Seirawan. I don't think he had any health or mental mental health reasons why he would stop playing, you know. He seemed healthy and mentally balanced to me. Why did Tarjan? I never knew Tarjan, but you know, it's Tarjan actually, but he calls himself Tarjan. That is a Hungarian name, oddly enough. Salgo Tarjan. But he was born in the States, you know, maybe he had like Hungarian grandparents or something. But Tarjan is I don't know, he just wanted to be a librarian, dude. Personally, I hate being a librarian. And I would never quit, you know, being a chess commentator or chess player to be a librarian, but Tarjan and I are obviously on a different wavelength. Yeah, I personally don't know him. He quit chess before I started playing. Though he made the brief comeback where Kramnik lost against him in Isle of Man. Wonder if Kramnik is probably crying. He loses to old retired guy. But Kramnik was really overpressing in that game. It's not common to see Kramnik. It's not common to see Kramnik like overpress. But then again, Kramnik would never play in open tournaments where he has to play like 2,400 old guys. And Kramnik's never in that kind of position where he has to win. You know what I mean? If you don't win, you lose 8 rating points or something. That's kind of a situation where Kramnik would never be. You know what I mean? It's like you can't really blame him for losing to Tarjan in that sense, you know. Well, I mean, his first mistake is playing in the Isle of Man tournament, you know. If you don't know how to adapt to that kind of tournament condition. Okay, Shirov does stuff like that all the time, but he's been doing that forever, you know. That's funny, Arsenal. Correspondence, GMs. Yeah, I know this one guy who's a correspondence GM. And he charges a lot for exclusive lessons. You know. I don't know how strong he is. Maybe 2,100. OTB, but I was thinking yeah, what do you teach people how to cheat with your computer? I mean, seriously, dude. No, I respect correspondence chess in the old days, from pre mid 90s. Play in the World Senior and win. Dude, I've already played in the World Senior twice. What planet are you from, Chess Lover? What do you think I've been doing the last 2 years? I finished 13th and 18th or something. Yeah, of course I'm trying. But, it's a little different. When Kaufman won it, it was one section, and you could play old people. Now it's 2 sections, and the 50 plus group is pretty freaking strong. In order to win the 50 plus group, I basically have to make a GM norm. So getting the GM title in the World Senior is the right idea, but I still have to make a GM norm. To win the tournament, I had to have around a 2,600 performance. I could have finished 3rd. I lost the last round against Novik. If I had won, I would have finished 3rd. Seriously, I would have won the bronze medal this year. This was last year's, in 2000, 22 World Senior, I finished 13th in the World Senior 50 plus. 2023, I finished like 18th in the World Senior Championship. But it was a thing where the last round, everything depended on the last round. I've had two years in a row where both years I had 6 out of 8. And if I won in the last round, I would win like a top 6 prize. If I drew, I was like, top 15. And if I lost, I was out. And same situation arose. 2 years ago, I drew with Heinrich Danielson in the last round, and that was good for 13th place. This year, I lost against Novik. If I had won, I would have finished 3rd. If I drew, I would have been like 10th or something. And as I lost, it's a huge. If you follow my streams, you would know that I played in the World Senior because I was like, everybody was like rooting for me, and we talked about it a lot, so that's why he's saying that. Asterbait is like one of the biggest supporters of my stream, dude. So be nice to him. You'll get rebanned. Well, I guess there was a reason for that, dude. All right. Here we go again. Every time you come, dude, you're just talking about this constantly. It's kind of annoying. People just constantly want attention here. Can we just focus on the chess? What about this king and pawn game? Can I break through? Rook c4, take, king c3, f4, king takes c4, e4, king d4, e3, pawn takes pawn. I think this works. No, but I think if you come to a stream, you should. You unblock some people in my socials for the new year. Your socials. Gen X. Nedog. That's a lot of pawns. Alright. No, I just get very defensive about Asterbait. He's like the biggest supporter of the stream. Alright. So Schumacher is next. Deserves to be looked at. It's also, you're constantly distracting from the play, Yeah, I get it. Argumentative, and rude. So let's just talk about this position for a second. What is it, Arsenal? Deserves to be looked at. You haven't seen any reason for a reban? Arsenal, screw you. You got overruling my reban. gives you the right to overrule my submission of a reban? What did you say? What did you say? It just gets boring when people come to the stream and they're like, all they talk about is why they've been unbanned or whatever. It's like, dude, like, let it go already. Because it's like you bring it up every time you come here. Alright. Can we see what happened here? Alright, dude. Jesus Christ. I don't know, dude. Just don't fuck with me on a Monday morning. It's just really not the place to be like, you started it. Dude's getting on my nerves, man. Alright. I can't even concentrate. Can I play you guys? Poor Daddy was first. You're late, man. Schumacher. You were like the last person here. Nettie and Nedog. Nettie was like the first person here in the stream, like even chatting when I started the stream. Are you serious? B-Jock? You're gonna play B-Jock variation against me? Oh my god. Alright, that's it. He's Lithuanian. I'll play the Latvian. I'll play the Baltic defense. It's a freaking Baltic move, dude. Know thy neighbors. This move was played by a Baltic master, you know. Come on. You didn't even know your own Baltic neighbor variation. Alvis. Played by Alvis. Yeah, it was played by Nadok's cat, actually. Alvis. Alvis Vitalinch. The fuck is that? It's a fucking gambit. What do you think it is? You know what's annoying, Nedog? People calling you by your first name that aren't really close friends, right? That's when I hate people calling me sir, too. The sir thing. It's kind of the opposite. Too formal and not formal enough, you know? Three bears are not... Mr. Bill. Why don't you just call me Mr. Bill? Mr. Bill! There was this Mr. Senior Daddy. Wait a minute here. You're like scamming me. I forgot how to play the Alvis variation. Bishop takes b5. Alvis has left the building. Tactics are floating around here. The realtor guy is coming in like 40 minutes, so we've got time for a couple more games. Mario, what are you doing? I'm gonna have to time him out too. Just being weird, dude. He's copying and pasting stuff from my profile on Twitch, from my boxes. What are you doing, bro? He's always doing some kind of weird thing. What is that? He's probably like 3 years old. Lay on the horn, bro. I suffered a lot of road rage as a driver. Okay. No, did you ever witness me go into road rage? I don't think I ever had a road rage incident while you were in the car, right? But back in that era when you drove with me, I did have some road rage incidents. Boston, man, driving in Boston was enough to make anybody crazy. Shit. What about c5? What about it? It sucks. It doesn't work. Alright, screw it. I did this. Sacrificing a second pawn. No, I'm not talking about anxiety. I'm talking about actual road rage. Like once I got into a fight with a trash truck driver who was driving down the wrong way on my street. Another incident, I laid on the horn for 15 minutes in a traffic jam. Almost. I went total Michael Douglas. Almost. No, I don't trust that pawn sacrifice. I just... Why not bishop d6? Because it's a different move. I don't know. Because I like bishops. Bishops are worth more than knights. I'm not bringing my bishop off of b4 so I can get it captured on d6. I could have just exchanged. The normal move was just exchange bishops on d2. You know, objectively. Why move the bishop at all? You know, it's not even... clear. Why retreat the bishop at all, you might ask, is a better question than why not bishop d6. Stop making suggestions. Wow, knight b4 doesn't work. It's so close to working, though. Well, c5's the idea, B-Jock, but I don't know if it's good enough, you know? I should probably play it at some point soon. This is sort of a weird move. Blocking my own bishop. I don't do a car gear. I didn't mind driving like in Cape Cod because it was like less, it's still a lot of traffic there, but it wasn't like Boston, dude. I just hate city driving. But it just made me think of that. There's somebody like laying on the horn outside. It just made me think about it. Ah. Hey. Deep thoughts with Schumacher. Strangely, I think knight is misplaced on f4. Interesting. But Bijak, you're a big fan of Pillsbury, you know, generally speaking. You're not one of those like 92, knight f4 Nimzo players. This isn't really something in your usual approach, I would say. Allowing him to castle. What's castling? Is that important? Are bishops more important than knights? What's castling? Is that important? Who's Alvis Vitalinch anyway? What is all this? Knight e2. So now you're telling him, thanks for pointing out his weaknesses. Now he's like correcting his mistakes. Thanks, Bijak. Good job. Thanks for doing that. Damn it, now he's going to castle in the next move. Yeah, tell him where his bad pieces are and what his problems are. Maybe you should try streaming, Bijak. Oops. Thanks for the help, Bijak. Thanks for helping me lose tonight, man. You're a real pal. Now you made him lose a knight. That knight was badly placed at f4. You didn't tell him about the plan to play like f3 and king f2 since he couldn't castle. You really should have mentioned that. You omitted that in your analysis. No, this variation I might have played once against Bijak. Don't remember. But I reserve it only for Blitz and Rapid. The B5 it's extremely rare. You know, and it's not quite good enough to play in long games, but this is definitely good enough to play at the GM level in Blitz and Rapid. I mean, if you really know the theory of the Nimzo, you would be familiar with like Adorion's. For example, like Adorion's castles a3 takes and b5. You know this gambit is extremely well studied. For example, now this is a much more sound pawn sacrifice, but also different. Because here we've got different kind of compensation a little bit, but the idea is fundamentally similar. All right, Schumacher. You're not getting a Nimzo. There's no way. Just forget about it. I'm so sick of that variation. Play the Benoni. Stoic. You have to be a subscriber to go first ahead of others. Otherwise, I would take players by the order in which the order in which they are received. You're sick of the Benoni. I'm sick of the classical variation against the Nimzo. Sick and tired. Sick and tired of the Benoni. Slytherin. Okay, I'm out of book now. Wow, what did we get? I feel like it's Christmas every time that goes off. Krishna and KV has followed. Why didn't it do that before? I had followed 16 minutes ago, 23 minutes ago. Do you guys remember there being like a sound notification? Is it just my imagination? I mean, that's weird. Maybe it went off while I was like really in the heat of having some meltdown or something and I just didn't notice it. It's really weird. So the problem is, I guess, okay, rook e8 is a good move. All right. You hate playing knight e2, right? Yeah, it was like those first two followers didn't get sound notification. Now it suddenly went off. Conspiracy theory. Deep thoughts. No donations today. Yeah, I don't expect too many donations on Monday morning. I'm just too mean, too grumpy. But I do appreciate that, Asterbait. Sorry for jumping in chess lovers poop. Oh, Asterbait. No, chess lover, he's kind of combative. I don't know, I'm not sure he means badly, but it's just like some people grate the wrong way on me when I'm streaming. You defended Cheesy Noob yesterday when I thought he might be cheating. And you're probably right, dude, you know. No, I appreciate your support of the stream, Masturbate. I don't like anybody going off on you. Knight h3. That's got to be a novelty. Holy shit. Interesting idea. You were just like, I don't think that knight's too well placed on f4. I would say like white is practically inducing me to play bishop e5 here. What I noticed, Astrobate, you should try the Snake Benoni, dude. I think you might actually do well with it. I didn't realize that Gashimov seriously played it, but only against knight c3. What's interesting is this, I think, here. It's not as good against knight f3, because knight f3 protects the e5 square. Snake Benoni should probably be reserved for specifically against knight c3, which is considered to be, you know, the best line against the Benoni anyway, or the main line. So he's offering a pawn sacrifice here. I'm not really interested. That was like Nettie said, Nettie, you should have probably taken the pawn on c7. It's Monday and I'm blundering. I admit it was a little bit like unclear, but you can't just like not take pawns because they might be poisoned. You have to calculate and make an informed decision. You know? It's like Arsenal just goes into king and pawning games without calculating based on his intuition. That's not the way we're supposed to do things because we're not computers. You know, I mean, we have to calculate to make sure. Intuition is fine if you have no other choice. If you don't have time, okay, fine, you trust your intuition. But if you do have time, like Astrobate, Arsenal had 2 minutes when he went into the king and pawning game. That was winning, but by one tempo. You know? Not going to say like, oh, you're lucky. Paratius subscribed to tier 1. Nice. What the heck are you doing? Knight g5? Now you've gone too far, man. You've gone too far this time. Well, I could play bishop g4. Refusing the material. Schumacher wants to do like, don't do it. He wanted to do f4, I think. Now, should I play bishop g4 or should I take the pawn? He's gotten some pretty nice games against me where he's sacrificed pawns for the initiative, but honestly, this pawn is pretty chunky, you know. I find it hard to refuse the central pawn. He might have some compensation, but still, I mean, if I play the Snake Benoni and he's going to sacrifice e4 to get the 2 bishops or whatever. Bishop c3, knight takes e4, you know. He has 2 bishops and he can support his d5 pawn with like c4. Yeah, let's see. My other option is bishop g4. My general advice is to like take pawns if they're central pawns. You know, in most cases. Bishop takes c3, knight takes c4. But I feel like he does get an initiative. And I'm not obliged to take that pawn. This is not intuitive, not really fully calculation based, but kind of in the middle. At least I spent some time. We can't calculate everything out. I didn't fully trust grabbing that pawn. I'll try to play if I'm home or get home early enough. What you talking about? Tomorrow? I missed your chat. But thanks again for Paratius for subscribing on Tier 1. Can someone try Tier 3 and see if it works? Alright. I think that Bijak is totally... He's out of his comfort zone here. We got him out of his comfort zone, which isn't easy to do. Feels like he's just playing random moves now. Bishop e5. Wow. He's not enjoying the snake Benoni, apparently. This snake Benoni is for you. That's a nice move. That is a nice move you got there. Bishop f4. Just in time. That's a nice bishop. Damn it. What about bishop f3? Bishop f3, pawn f3, queen f6, bishop takes, Now we're gonna have some fun. Hey, Batman. How do you like your king side? $5 tip. Do I take with a rook? Yes, you take with the rook. Completing development. No, Asterbane, I strongly recommend Snake Benoni for you. I think it would really fit your style, actually. The provocative... You might have tried it, actually. The provocative sort of bishop d6... speaking of Baltic players, Nettie might be interested in, like, one of the only Snake Benoni players, regular Snake Benoni players, is Mitzis from Latvia, who I met in Novogorica years ago, in Slovenia. Oh yeah. Oh no, the realtor is here. I'm going to have to go, guys, after this game. Almost ready to go. Rook b6. You sneaky bastard. Seeking counterplay. Alright. F4. God damn it, he has F4. Didn't see that. Just kidding. I did see it. Joan Jett. Such a nerd, Nedog. How do I checkmate this guy? That's a nasty little trick you've got there. Alright. How's my endgame? Rook e4. Rook e4. I gotta go. Tough endgame here. We'll see you guys tomorrow night for tournament. I don't know if that's what you were talking about. Nedok for tomorrow night. It would be nice if you could join us for something. Other than just being a class clown. You know. You've pretty much just been here to be a clown. You should get this. You should use Schumacher's clown tent. Flare. You're the one that needs the clown tent. Join us at Circus Circus. We're gonna host our we'll host our upcoming like SajiCon in Vegas. Yeah, that's the question where I should host the first SajiCon. Really. It feels like Europe would make more sense, honestly. I am a European now. I like this endgame. You follow the Fonz? The Fonz on Twitter. Ernesto Fonzarelli. Take there. There, takes. Pawn up rook ending. He doesn't do the rook ending. Oh my god. Where's the mate? Where's the meat? Where's the beef? I should just take a draw here because I have to go talk to the realtor. I'm going to give him a draw. This is probably winning for me. But to be honest, I don't see a forced win. And I'm not up any material. He's thinking, like, what? Playing for the loss. Objectively. You're not playing for a win here. Playing for the loss. I see that, bro. As you often say, bro. But objectively, White is only playing for a loss here. Check out his rook placement. Oh, no. Let's play this first. Placement. He's a placement. We have placement for you, dude. I think we have... We'll have you talk to a placement specialist. You can speak to one of our placement specialists at the office. Wow. I just got scammed because I tried to pre-move. This is still good. But you got a place for your rook. Because I pre-moved. Wow, 2 connectors, and now it's placement. This is sick. This is really perverse, dude. Check this out. Wendy, check it out. Check out the snowcat, Wendy. Check it out. Where's the spark plugs? Got a big surprise for you, Wendy. Got a big surprise. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Thanks for the free point. See you guys later. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.